welcome Empire fans to tonight's podcast of the Coach Rob Woodward Show. Coach, first of all, congratulations on your win against an Ironton team, but I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts. That's probably one of the most precise openers that I've seen from a Wheelersburg team in a long time. What are your thoughts on that game?
Well, we went into the game with a lot of unknowns in regards to our opponent and in regards to just how some of our new faces, new people would perform in that kind of a setting, heat, humidity, a big stage, tough opponent. At least when you're going in, you don't know exactly where anything is. Nobody has any record to start things off, and you're right. Can't say enough. I don't think I've ever been a part of a more well-executed game overall, and then for that to also be the opening game, I was so impressed with our team across the board. I mean, outstanding performances by everybody from offense, defense, special teams, from seniors to sophomores. It was very pleasing for a coach to sit back and watch the kids just perform at the level that they did.
A couple of sophomores that kind of stood out to me. Evan Dom, we call him Even and Odd now because Deemer called him Even on the over the loud announcement there. But he him and the Sires kid, you get those sophomores in there and you kind of see if they get kind of tentative or maybe a little nervous, but those guys came out and played.
Well, they did, and they've competed all year. And one of the things that has struck me about Evan is just how smart and football smart he is. I mean, for a sophomore, he stopped the coach the other day and had him repeat what he was saying in regards to, we have our things that we talk about, and we coach at points. And he stopped the coach the other day and had him repeat exactly what he said because he was running that back through his head. But he is just like a sponge and just soaks up so much of what the coaches say and talk about, and then backs that mental play up with a great physical presence. He lacks in some foot speed in his areas, but makes up for it with his precise angles, and he doesn't waste steps. When he makes a step towards the ball carrier, towards the quarterback, or towards his drop zone, it's spot on where it needs to be. So he gets where he needs to be very quickly in regards to that. And then Justin Sayers has just really come on. He's a guy that we're not afraid to rep in on offense at any given time. And then defensively, there was really, we felt a need in one of our spots against a run team that's very physical, but yet can turn around and spread you out and did pass. And Justin, stepped in and really filled that role for us and just did an outstanding job.
Give me one guy that maybe we didn't, maybe the fans probably didn't see out there that you were pleased with his effort after you kind of looked at the film and stuff.
Well, one guy that I'll bring to mind is a player that came to us as a freshman, quarterback from down south. His family had been originally from here. He comes in and plays a little backup quarterback as a freshman. Doesn't come out his sophomore year and turns around and recognizes that he loves the game and loves guys and comes back out last year and played some tight end for us and some defensive end, but just really didn't find a footing where he was at. But he's 6'5", 215 pounds, so I really challenged him over the offseason to get strong and work on his footwork and what he's doing, and he started left tackle for us the other night to Bailey Morris, and really for the plays that we had and the packages that we had him in on, I thought did an outstanding job. Getting his guys shielded. I mean, Bailey's still working on his drive capability and different things that he can do, but sometimes our offense doesn't require, a big kick out, but he does a great job getting down on linebackers and that big lanky body. Cole Darnell's another one right next to him who's another guy that has played various positions coming up through the ranks, but is back with us this year and has started both sides of the ball for us and just very aggressive, very physical player. That both were exciting to see them as their senior year and be productive on the field.
Coach, 1-0, now you go on to face a Fairland team, and Fairland might be a little bit more aggressive than what we've seen in the past, as they almost beat an aggressive Portsmouth West team. What have you seen on film from Fairland that the Pirates need to work on?
Well, they've got some players that are definitely some big playmakers. Number one, Keenan Cunningham, I believe is his first name. But Cunningham, number one, coach's son, obviously athletic. He's maturing in his role in terms of both offensively and defensively being a playmaker. And then number four is an outstanding linebacker. I'm really impressed with his ability at the linebacker position to fight off blocks, get through blocks, and again, he's precise on his steps on getting to the ball, and he has some quickness, foot speed. He's also got on offense that carries the ball a little bit. They've got a new guy repping in a quarterback, that number 8, that has some shifty footwork about him and throws a nice ball and gets it out to some receivers. So they've got some guys that can definitely be some playmakers, and they're trying to find some schemes to really keep you on your toes and keep you off balance around a little RPO, a little run-pass option that we're going to have to make sure that we're ready for.
One thing's for sure, these are probably one of the odd times, it's hard to say this, but it's one of the odd times that Pirates will actually play on a grass field. What do you do to prepare the kids for that, for a grass field?
Well, we've got 3 grass games this year, which is different than last year. I believe we had 1 all of last year, but the biggest thing is you got to mentally prepare for every aspect of the game. So to do that, we do an entire week of practice on grass. I mean, as much as we may want to go out on the turf, or even if it would happen to rain, hey. And the getting used to the footing, getting used to a different pair of cleats, if that's what you choose to wear. And I try to encourage the guys to really recognize what they've got on. If it doesn't lay as flat, you've got that itchy grass. It's just a whole different ball game when you get out there. And it's funny that we say that now, but it really is. And you've got to get your guys mentally prepared for that. So that's something that we've always taken into account and tried to adjust it.
Well, Coach, it's been a great opening season so far, and I know you guys are excited to get back out there and play. Hate to rush anything the season along, but here we are in week 2, and I do have one Berg fan question for you. It's from Jeffrey Blankenship. He says you have a bologna sandwich, a Ridge Mini Mart steak sandwich, and Mom's spaghetti. Which do you choose if you're hungry?
Well, that's probably the easiest question that I've ever been asked, because I'll just lay it out for you like this. I went to school in Delaware, Ohio, which is just south of Waldo, Ohio, which is home of the world's most famous bologna sandwich. But I'm not a big bologna sandwich guy. So I've had the world's most famous bologna sandwich, and I'm not crazy about it. I have not had a Ridge Mini Mart steak sandwich. While I'm partial to steak sandwiches, and I'm sure that it is of high quality, my dad's spaghetti, you said Mom's.
I did say Mom's.
That's out of the kitchen when it comes to spaghetti, because Tombo makes a famous spaghetti sauce that it's so funny around our house. He'll make the sauce and make 2 big batches of it. He'll freeze it in different containers, and you got different size containers that he keeps it in. So depending on the number of people that are going to come and eat, you can pull out that container and thaw that spaghetti sauce, and you get to have some. Well, the little tiny one is sometimes what he sends home with some of us, because he said, "You guys won't eat all that big sauce." And we're going, "What? I want a big container of sauce." So it's like gold. He only passes it out, at certain times, and he'll say sometimes, "Now that's my good sauce." And he said, "Well, what I get last time? Did I get the crap sauce?" My sister loves to tease and say, "You always get the good sauce." So yeah, I'd have to go with Dad's spaghetti sauce. And if you ever get a chance, I'm telling anybody, it's one of the best I've ever had. It's delicious.
Has he ever divulged the recipe for that, or is that top secret stuff?
No, he does not. It is a perfected concoction that is brewed over the stove. If the farm work's done, it's a rainy day. Hey, there's probably some spaghetti sauce cooking at the Woodward house, and it's getting you got to keep the butter containers now. After you get done with some country crock butter, don't throw the butter container away.
That's Tupperware at my house.
That's a great spaghetti sauce container right there.
Yeah.
Wash that, and the different sizes. You know, you can dish out just the right portions for however many people are eating it at that given night. So, that's a good question, and I tell you, if we could patent it and sell it, I think that would be a great little kind of buzz. You know, Hickey's has got the hamburgers kind of trademarked their place, little home-style hamburgers. I think a little home-style spaghetti shop, a little spaghetti warehouse like that'd be a good recipe for it.
There you go. Is he ever going to retire to do such a thing?
Well, I don't think so. While he does like to play around in the kitchen, he's still got the farm going and got the cattle going, and I don't know that retirement is definitely. He's cut back a little bit. He's got things to where they can be managed now a little better, but no plans to hang it up just yet.
One thing's for sure, you definitely have his support. He's always on the sideline with that trademark cowboy hat, and probably I guarantee I know why he's wearing it now. His secret spaghetti sauce is in that hat.
There you go.
Well, Coach, thanks a lot for talking to BurghFan.com, and we will talk at you next week.
You bet. Thank you.